Hello and thank you for joining us. Night Guy here. I have my this is the Steampunk. That's right. That's what the name of it was. The Steampunk Tactical Katana, or Wakizashi more like. This is pretty small. I wouldn't call it a full katana, but you know, it has definitely some katana inspirations there. Gonna do some cut tests. I did a review video recently. Go ahead and check that one out. Let me know what you think. Thank you for joining us. Let's see how this baby finally cuts. When I first got it, it didn't cut too well, unfortunately. It has a really serious edge, but it's a really thick blade. Let me show you that up close a bit so you can see. Real thick, meaty blade. So it just didn't have the finest edge. So recently I sharpened it myself. So we're gonna see what it could do. I'm gonna try a two-handed cut, give myself as much, leverage on it as I can. Alright, yeah, that was much better than when I got it. But as you can see, small blades, the small swords, they really don't penetrate all the way through. So, you know, that's kind of what you got. But that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let me try a one-handed cut. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and try a one-handed cut this time. Alright, let's see what we have here. Yep. Definitely another good cut, I'd say. Not the best. My setup's a little tall, so I'm actually going to lower it a little bit. Wanted to try something new, but I'm not really liking this elevation. So let me change that up. Alright, Night Guy here. We're going to go ahead and try a thicker bottle. I'm going to say right off the bat, what I don't really like about this blade has nothing to do with the blade as far as the materials. The steel, you know, shape and all that is cool, but it is in the geometric, so to speak. It's just a bit short for my taste, honestly. Very sturdy, but I prefer a longer sword when we're doing cutting. But I mean, for something easy to carry, this is not really going to be too bad at all, so, you know, can't complain too much. And I mean, it just looks so cool. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's running into some resistance with these thicker bottles. Alright, I'm going to go back down to a lighter bottle, but this time I'm going to try it with the visor up. See if I can change things. And let me try a sideways cut. Oh wow, very clean there. See it? See the bubbles coming? Almost like it's pulsing out. Definitely cut through. Alright, let's try from the other side. See what we can do. Honestly, it looks like I just hit in the same spot again somehow. Can show you that real fast without spilling out all the water. Through the handle. Pretty good cut. Let me turn it around. See if I can cut it one more time before it spills out completely. Let's start with that first cut again. Not bad. I'm impressed. Alright. I'm going to try a heavier duty bottle for the sake of it. A thicker plastic. Just to really try to test what this blade could do. I guess test what I could do also. I try not to ever blame it on the blade. Most of the failures I'm going to blame on me. We're going to try this cut again a little bit lower. Let's see how I can do this time. I don't think I got anything. Just barely scraped it, guys. Barely scraped it. Alright, so as far as the slicer, a chopper, and or slicer, I guess you could say. You know, it's definitely more of a hacker. Definitely lives closer to the realm of Machete, and you know, I wouldn't put it for the cut test. But anyways, this thing still has a serious point on it, so we're gonna go ahead and see what kind of thrust it could do. I'm gonna go ahead and do a double-handed, almost body thrust into it. Oh yeah, actually now that I'm looking at it, look at the point on that. That's actually a very fine tapered point there, if you could see. I kind of like the way they did that. I wish they would have drew it out a little more this way, but that's what we got. Yeah, I would say very conducive to thrusts. All right, let's see if we can get another one. Let's try a one-handed. All right, guys, what do you think? Not bad. All right, what do we got here? Familiar friend, little piece of log. We're gonna do some torture testing. Let's go ahead and remove the cut stand, my cut stand. We're gonna place the log, not the biggest log, old and dry rotted, just gonna test the edge a bit. So honestly, I'm not too impressed. I've definitely had, let me get that in the light, see if you can see that, put this down. I've definitely had blades hack in a lot better, you know, that were a lot cheaper, but once again, I think that's just due to the type of the edge that this blade has, very thick edge, very thick blade, you know, compared to some of the other tactical swords. This one, I would say, can actually go against another sword and probably survive, you know what I mean? Whereas a lot of them will do better at cutting and hacking, machete type work, but you clash it against some good hardened steel and forget about it. So, you know, I will give it that. Plus, I just love how this one looks. That one really gets me. And, you know, it's not always all about the cutting and hacking, I guess I could say. The thrust was pretty impressive on this one, and you could definitely wear it. I'm going to try to give it a powerful cut just to test the rigidity. The Suba is still in there pretty good. We're going to go for one good chop. And there you have it. The tang has snapped. So, and where we know sometimes where blades can fail, as we've seen, I've seen in previous reviews, I haven't done any that snapped yet under the testing. This is the first one. The tang. The tang. It looks like they did a cheap weld job. And I'm impressed because this one I was considering as maybe using as one of the gifts for one of my melees, a prize, but not anymore, definitely not, you know. As far as the blade is concerned, I am very impressed with this blade. It's beautiful looking. The wrap job was great. You can see there the materials. The grip was very, very comfortable, but it's just not functional. So there you have it. That's kind of where it ends. Still got a nice Suba. Still got a nice cord that I'm definitely going to use. We'll repurpose that. And this blade is still an impressive blade. As for the review, you know, I still stand by the other things I mentioned in the review. I hadn't done any serious torture tests yet. This is the first time. Mind you, I will say one thing in Steampunk's defense, or in any blade's defense. This kind of test is normally not recommended for swords. Not everyone's going to do this kind of test, but for my purposes, on the way I test my blades, you know, we do sparring, and it's got to be functional. It's got to be able to take a good beating. So there you have it. Thanks for joining us, guys.